Something unexpected has just shaken the Formula One world. Liam Lawson is out, and Yuki Tsunoda is stepping in from the Japanese Grand Prix onwards. The shocking decision was made after an emergency meeting in Dubai, leaving fans and experts questioning what's really happening behind the scenes. For Lawson, this marks the abrupt end of what could be the shortest stint in Red Bull's history. But the real question is, will Tsunoda truly deliver in the RB21, or is this just another experiment that could backfire? Lawson had a golden chance, an opportunity that many drivers only dream of. But now, he finds himself sidelined. While Tsunoda, despite all his experience, is under immense pressure to prove himself. The paddock is buzzing with debate. Was this the right call? Could Red Bull have given Lawson more time? Or did his performances in Australia and China seal his fate too soon? The fact is, Lawson struggled in his opening races. He failed to finish in Melbourne and could only manage P20 in China, both in the sprint and main race. But should he be blamed entirely for this? Many believe the real issue isn't the driver, but the car itself. Red Bull's decision to swap these two drivers has sent shockwaves through the paddock, mainly because it seemed to come out of nowhere. Lawson, though a rookie, showed promise, but the pressure at Red Bull is relentless, and his struggles in the opening rounds were enough for the team to make a swift call. Yet, there's more to this story. The RB21 is proving to be one of the most difficult cars on the grid, and even seasoned drivers have admitted it's a challenge to handle. Lawson was expected to adapt quickly, but racing on unfamiliar tracks with a tricky car was always going to be a tough ask. Some argue that his lackluster qualifying performances were more a reflection of the car's limitations than his own ability. After all, not making it past Q1 twice in a row is a worrying sign, but does that mean Lawson wasn't the right fit, or is the RB21 just that unforgiving? This is where Tsunoda's arrival raises more questions than answers. He has had years to refine his skills, and now he has a shot at proving he belongs in a top team. But even with experience, can he truly extract more from this car than Lawson did? Despite the switch, there's no certainty that Tsunoda will fare any better. Max Verstappen himself has voiced concerns about the RB21, criticizing its unpredictable handling. If the reigning champion struggles with the car, what does that say about Red Bull's expectations for their second driver? Many believe the real issue isn't who's behind the wheel, but rather how the team has designed a car that seems tailored only to Verstappen's aggressive driving style. This move also hints at deeper tensions within Red Bull. Verstappen's dissatisfaction has been making headlines, and rumors suggest he's already considering options beyond the Austrian outfit. If the team fails to address the RB21's flaws, could they risk losing their star driver altogether? For now, all eyes are on Tsunoda. He has long waited for a chance to step up, and with the Japanese Grand Prix approaching, expectations couldn't be higher. Performing well at his home race would cement his place in the team. But if he struggles just like Lawson, it would be a clear sign that Red Bull's problem runs much deeper than just driver selection. Tsunoda's promotion may look like a step in the right direction, but in reality, it could turn into a short-lived opportunity. If he fails to deliver, it will only confirm what many suspect. The RB21 is simply too difficult for any driver except Verstappen. Red Bull's goal has always been clear. They need both of their drivers consistently finishing in the points. Right now, Tsunoda is their best bet. But if he struggles, just as Lawson did, the team will be forced to face a harsh truth. There are two possible outcomes. Either Red Bull's Junior Academy has failed to produce another top-tier driver since Verstappen, or the car is designed in such a way that no one else can maximize its performance. If the latter is true, then Tsunoda is stepping into an impossible situation. Even with 5 years of experience, he might find himself unable to adapt, just like the others before him. The pressure is immense. Red Bull has never been afraid to make ruthless decisions, and if Tsunoda doesn't deliver immediately, the team could be looking at yet another shakeup. But this constant revolving door of drivers isn't solving the core issue. Until Red Bull addresses the real problem, their second seat will remain a cursed position, one that no driver can truly succeed in. Red Bull's internal struggles are becoming more apparent with each passing race. Team boss Christian Horner has spoken about the RB21's handling, emphasizing that Verstappen prefers a car with an extremely responsive front end. While that suits his aggressive driving style, it creates challenges for other drivers, making the car incredibly unstable on corner exits. This setup might be perfect for Verstappen, but it leaves everyone else struggling to control the rear of the car. This is precisely why some insiders believe that swapping Lawson for Tsunoda won't bring the desired results. The real issue isn't driver talent, it's the way the car is built. If Tsunoda encounters the same difficulties, Red Bull will have to accept that their design philosophy might be hurting them in the long run. Interestingly, Horner has also praised Tsunoda's ability to provide useful feedback to the engineers. During post-season testing, his insights reportedly helped the team understand key aspects of car performance. This suggests that Red Bull's decision to promote him wasn't just based on race results. It was also influenced by his technical knowledge. However, no amount of feedback can fix a flawed car overnight, and that's exactly the challenge Tsunoda is about to face. Another factor that influenced this decision is Red Bull's long-term strategy. Reports suggest that the team consulted their engineers before making the switch, possibly because Lawson's feedback wasn't aligning with what they needed. If Red Bull felt that Tsunoda had a better understanding of the car, it makes sense why they'd want him in the RB21. But this also raises concerns. Was the swap made for performance reasons, or simply because they needed a driver who could help diagnose the car's issues? Meanwhile, Max Verstappen has been vocal about the RB21's difficulties, and his frustration with the team's direction is becoming increasingly obvious. Many believe that his dissatisfaction isn't just about the car, but also about the team's management decisions. Red Bull's failure to listen to his concerns could push him closer to the exit door, with rumors linking him to Mercedes or even Aston Martin. For now, though, the focus remains on Tsunoda. Red Bull has given him a golden opportunity, but he has very little time to prove he belongs in that seat. If he struggles, the team may have to rethink their entire driver development program. And if the RB21 continues to be unmanageable for anyone but Verstappen, Red Bull could find themselves in a crisis far bigger than just a driver swap. As the 2025 season unfolds, Red Bull's decisions are under intense scrutiny. Swapping Lawson for Tsunoda was a bold move, but it won't mean much if the RB21 remains unpredictable and difficult to control. If Tsunoda thrives, Red Bull can justify their decision, but if he struggles just like Lawson, it will be clear that the problem lies with the car, not the drivers. This entire situation also puts pressure on Red Bull's future planning. If their young drivers continue to face difficulties, they might be forced to rethink their talent development strategy. The team has always prided itself on producing top-tier talent, but in recent years, their second seat has become a revolving door with no clear long-term solution. At the same time, Verstappen's patience seems to be wearing thin. If Red Bull doesn't address these issues soon, they could risk losing their star driver, a scenario that would shake the team to its core. For now, all eyes are on Tsunoda. This is his moment to prove he belongs in Red Bull's main team. But, if history has taught us anything, it's that this second seat can break even the most talented drivers. The real question is, can Tsunoda rise above the challenge, or will he be the next name on Red Bull's growing list of discarded drivers? Only time will tell.